Welcome to Colitco News Network, your trusted source for exclusive insights into the companies leading the charge in global innovation and resource development. Now today, we're joined by John Prineas, Executive Chairman of St. George Mining, ticker code SGQ. Following a major development, the first successful shipment of rare earths from the company's flagship Araxá Project to Brazil's MagBras processing facility. Now, this milestone marks more than just a delivery. It's a strategic leap in positioning St. George at the heart of Brazil's fast-evolving critical minerals value chain. Now, John, welcome to Colitco News Network.
Thank you very much.
Now let's dive into the update that has everyone talking. Firstly, John, St. George has just completed its first delivery of rare earth material to MagBras. Now, what does this moment represent for the company?
It's a great milestone for us. It's just the beginning, but it's a really, really good milestone. Brazil has the third largest reserves of rare earths in the world and is determined to establish a domestic supply chain to commercialize rare earths and to go all the way to producing permanent rare earth magnets. Brazil is a big country, 220 million people. It has industry that produces cars, aerospace, so it needs its own supply chain of rare earth magnets. And we're very, very proud to be able to contribute to that. We were the first rare earths developer to supply a rare earths product to the MagBras project. So it's a great initiative for us.
Fantastic. Now, how does this shipment validate the scale and quality of the Araxá resource from an investor's standpoint?
Yeah, again, we were the first to deliver a product to the MagBras project, so that underscores our high grade and also our ability to come to market quickly. So we're very proud of that achievement, and it should be something that investors take note of.
It absolutely is a very interesting feature. Now, St. George holds 100% interest in the Araxá Rare Earths project. What makes this asset stand out in the global rare earths landscape?
Yes, we have a number of points of difference that really make us stand out. We have very high grade rare earths. So our head grade is 4.1% across the deposit. That's the same as Lynas Mount Weld operation, which is one of the two biggest producers of rare earths outside of China. In terms of tonnage, we have 40.6 million tons. That's exactly the same as Mountain Pass in California, who's been the recent recipient of a multi-billion-dollar deal from the Department of Defense in the US. So we're already comparable to these two major producers. They've got $10 billion market caps. We're about Australian 100, but we've got a lot of milestones to deliver over the next few months, and hopefully we'll start closing that gap and show that we can also be a big producer like those guys.
Absolutely. Now, the recent $5 million capital raise was done at market price, minimizing dilution. How does this reflect your commitment to shareholder value?
Our shareholders have been very loyal to us, and I'm a big shareholder myself. I've put a lot of money into the company, nearly $3 million. So I'm very, very protective of shareholder interest. We want to grow this company. We want to minimize dilution along the way. We have a lot of catalysts coming up this year. We're drilling and double the resource, metallurgical test work, scoping studies. So they're all things that are going to increase the value of the project. So we didn't want to go out and dilute shareholders by doing a massive raise at a big discount. So far, we're ticking the box there.
And John, you now have 5 rigs on site, including 3 diamond drills. Can you give us an update on the current drill program and what it's targeting?
Yeah, so we already have a world-class resource. As I said, a big rare earth resource and a big niobium resource, but we want to make it bigger. So we've got 5 drill rigs. The main aim is to expand the resource, so they're doing expansion drilling. And we're also doing infill drilling to convert the inferred category to indicated. That's very important in underpinning the scoping study and feasibility study. So it's a big drill campaign, it's 3.5 months, lots of results to be announced, lots of assays results. We aim to double the resource hopefully by the end of this period. That will come out in about October. So it's a very, very exciting time for shareholders.
And with regards to the announcements of your first assays, they have been announced from the drilling, which confirm very high-grade rare earths in an area around 1 kilometers from the existing mineral resource. So what does this mean for the project?
Yes, the first drilling we did was in this far eastern part of our project tenure, which hadn't really been explored before. And we've found some very high-grade rare earths, among the highest we've ever intersected across the project. So basically, we've uncovered a new zone of mineralization, which could add many, many tons to the resource. We've got to drill it out now with some deeper drilling, but getting 13% TREO from surface is amazing. And it's also up at 30% NdPr ratio as well, which is really, really exciting.
Well, it's clearly such a high activity period for Araxá. Let's talk about long-term value creation now. So what role does Brazil's critical minerals policy play in supporting projects like Araxá, and how does that benefit SGQ?
Yeah, so we're very lucky to be in the state of Minas Gerais, one of the most pro-business, pro-mining states I think you've ever find around the world. We've signed a cooperation agreement with the government there to expedite our permitting approvals in exchange for our investment in the project. So this is very, very helpful in fast-tracking the project into development and just shows Brazil's commitment to develop its rare earth resources.
And John, with the US showing interest in Brazil's rare earths and niobium supply, do you see St. George playing a role in future international supply chains?
Yeah, definitely. In the niobium space, there's only 3 producers in the whole world. 2 of them are in Brazil, one of them's in Canada. So we've got a great opportunity to be a supplier to the US demand. And exactly, US has already come to Brazil and said, we'd like to do a trade deal on niobium and rare earths. And certainly in the rare earth space, the US only has Mountain Pass. They have splashed multi-billion dollars at it, but it's only a fraction of the rare earths that they need. So we expect to have a really good opportunity to contribute to the critical minerals required by the US.
Absolutely. It's such an interesting time. Now, finally, John, what are the key milestones and news flow investors should look out for in the next 6 to 12 months?
Lots and lots of work underway at the project. The main one at the moment is the drilling campaign, 3.5 months worth of drilling, lots of results over the next 4 or 5 months, culminating in an upgrade to the resource around October. So that's a really big opportunity for us. We're doing metallurgical test work. Hopefully we'll have results out in about 8 weeks. That'll show that we can produce commercial products in both niobium and rare earths. We'll have a scoping study, maybe even a PFS by the end of the year. Lots more news about the permitting in the first half of next year. We're getting knocks on the door from end users who want to sign up offtake. So there could be some strategic investments to announce as well over the next 6 or so months. So a very exciting time where we're adding a lot of value to the project.
It really is such a busy and exciting time for St. George Mining. Now, thank you so much for your time there, John. With high-grade resources, strategic groundwork, and drilling well underway, St. George Mining is poised to become a significant force in the global rare earth sector, right from the heart of Brazil. This is Colitco bringing you insights from the companies powering tomorrow's technologies. Stay with us.